Welcome everybody. My name is Joseph Arnold, and welcome to the Home Sweet Home Music Festival. The Home Sweet Home Music Festival is a benefit festival. It's a weekly online music festival. And who does it benefit? It benefits the very musicians you're going to see and hear tonight. Well, with all the social distancing measures recently put in place, we can't play live music out anymore, and many of us depend quite heavily on being able to play out in public and make our living doing that. So the idea here is that we're going to play for you from our homes, and you can support us if you so choose at patreon.com/Home Sweet Home Music Festival. And you'll see the link at the bottom of the screen here. So please do support us, and please do enjoy the lovely musicians who are going to be playing for you this evening. We have an excellent lineup. We have 1920s music specialist from Philadelphia. We have a classical guitarist from Pittsburgh, and we have a couple of amazing singer-songwriters for you. And we have my co-host, Emma Bach, and I'll play a little bit for you this evening as well. So maybe I'll say some more about all this a little bit later on, but for right now, I invite you to sit back and relax and enjoy the music of Emma Bach. And here I'll read a little bit about Emma Bach for you. Okay. Songwriter violinist Emma Bach uses a loop pedal to create lush layers of rhythm and harmony, accomplishing a sonic and poetic lyricism that reaches deep into the past and far into the future simultaneously. So, Emma Bach from Vermont, take it away.
happy to be here as part of the Home Sweet Home Music Festival. This is our third week doing this, and it has been so wonderful to just see this team of people coming together to make this possible in these challenging times and bring you all of this great music. So I'm going to play two songs for you this evening. The first one is my song called Home, and it is dedicated tonight to all of the people who don't have a safe place to shelter in right now. I've been really feeling for them and feeling really grateful for my beautiful home in Burlington, Vermont. And this is for everyone who has ever had to fight for their right to a home.
In a high town with comfort and pretty things around. The table your grandmother fought to leave you, the bed in which your children stay true. Home with a nomad's caravan, birch and silk sold by demand. The violins and the gypsy band, the fires round which the children ran. First the fires burned my home, then the flames they rage and moan. On and on, the nights grow cold, and to survive we do what we're told. Home is where the traveling man plays his guitar with old troubadour hands. The ageless bard continues on, while the dancers weave the song. The storyteller shows the gaze with home is where our story is made. Home is where once we lay with the lover we chose and the music we played. First the fires burn my home, then the flames they rage and moan. On and on, the nights grow cold, Home is what they take away. Home is where we cannot stay. The land we love where we were born. The land we mourn from whence we're torn. Home is what the fighting's for. Home becomes the price of war. When comfort's gone with changing hands. And from the border we are banned. With a warm kiss from a lover's lips, we bear it when the land is ripped. We drew in the sand to save the spot where once we laughed, forgave, forgot. First the fires burned my home, then the flames they rage and moan. On and on, the nights grow cold, and to survive we do what we're told.
Thank you for being here. And one more song for you tonight. I hope you're all taking really good care of yourselves, finding some time to rest. I know it's really easy to just feel not just the obvious overwhelm and fear, but also just the kind of just the intensity in our bodies, I think, and in our minds. And I just feel like it's so important that we take such good care of ourselves and find ways to self-nurture. This next song is called My Heart. And I don't think I need to say much about it except that my heart going out to you from my home to yours. And I think that, let's see, I want to say this one line of it, if I can remember it out of context with the rest of it. I can't. So when we get there, you'll just have to find it and listen up. Maybe I'll post it in the comments after this video, because it just it spoke to me as being really relevant to this time. But you'll find it, I'm sure. Oops. Too many pedals down here. This is all live. If you haven't seen me play before, it's live looping. I have this whole pedal system here to make everything layer. Whoops. One more time. It's so funny to be more nervous when you're alone in your house. I realize how much I rely on my audience and the kind of exchange between us, but I feel you out there.
My heart grows so big, it threatens to break me. Can it bear it like this? me? Can I bear it like this? Spoon and pot, pour milk and broth the day I'm born. With hand and sword I grasp for more until I'm worn. Hypnotizing, satisfying, sunrise takes my breath, and when bottled up it's not enough, you empty me again. My heart grows so big, it threatens to break me. Can it bear it like this? Boiled whole, the silver rope acts bright and coy, binding me to all I see, the strife, the joy. Salvation waits behind the wall I built with pine and pigeons' calls, cavernous and breezy. My wants, when will they save me? My heart grows so big, it threatens to break me. Can it bear it like this? It threatens to break me. Can I bear it like this?
Thank you so much. Please tune in to the rest of the Home Sweet Home Music Festival. You can do that at twitch.tv/Home Sweet Home Festival. And please consider supporting all of these amazing musicians on Patreon by making a contribution. The links are on the Facebook Live, and it's also on the, if you're watching on Twitch, it's on there. So thank you so much. Look forward to hearing the rest of the lineup, and please stay safe and stay healthy and take good care of yourselves.
So close to the sun that I could almost touch it. Didn't end up among the stars, but now who knows if I even wanted it. Did I even want it? Ooh, got so hot from the heat that I could almost breathe it. Thought I'd catch with the sweetest spark, but now who knows if I even wanted it. Did I even want it? Maybe that's as high as I'm ever gonna get. Maybe it's...
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Okay, thank you, Emma, for your music and your lovely performance there. It's pretty amazing what you can do with those loop pedals. I've tried that before, everybody out there. I've tried that, and it is a skill. Very good. So our next performer is Danny Rechtenwald. He is a prize-winning international guitarist, composer, and premier studio multi-instrumentalist in the Pittsburgh area and beyond. Danny performs a mixture of classical guitar repertoire as well as his own arrangements and compositions. You can find his 2018 album Samadhi everywhere you buy or stream music. Okay. Take it away, Danny.
Maybe I was on the wrong plane the whole time, shoulder to shoulder with the birds in the low-lit sky. Got so close to your face that I could almost taste it. Memorized all your shapes and sounds, but now who knows if I even wanted it. Did I even want it? Ooh, got so high on the thrill that I could only feel it. Dark and drinking the saddest swill, but now who knows if I even wanted it. Did I even want it? Well, maybe that's as close as I'm ever gonna get. Maybe it's time to get lonely, get haunted. Maybe I was on the wrong train the whole time, shoulder to shoulder with the pack running in the moonlight. I can see the moving in the dark. Maybe it's time to get simple, get gutted, maybe.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Danny Rechtenwald. Welcome to my living room. This is where we have concerts nowadays, so I'm really honored and glad to be a part of this. So please stay tuned to the other artists and also check out the Patreon to support this, to keep this going. It's a really, really good thing that's supporting artists. So I'm going to play a couple things for you. I'm going to start off with my own arrangement of a popular song called Rainbow Connection. So it's one of my favorite songs, and I kind of worked out my own arrangement to it. So here we go. Welcome. Thank you. It's a little bit strange to play for people that are not immediately in front of you. So I'll try to cut down on the awkwardness as much as possible. But so that's a song from my album that I released in December of 2018, which it was actually recorded in my friend Chet's living room with Daniel Dickinson, who is he's actually kind of coordinating the platform right now that you're watching. So he helped record it and mix it for me with another one of our friends, Chet Vincent. So. And this is another song this is a song that I wrote. It's called Meditation on Heartache, but it seems a little depressing, but it actually is kind of hopeful, I hope. So, so this is also on my album. So you can find it if you look up my name, Danny Rechtenwald, or DannyRech.com. I think it's all... Yeah, I think it's on the Twitch too. So yeah, you can find it or look it up anywhere you listen to music. Yeah, this is Meditation on Heartache. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening and supporting this. It's a really cool thing going on. So stay tuned. Support the Patreon. Listen to the other artists. Yeah, look up Home Sweet Home Music Festival. It's pretty cool. So you can kind of get a feel for what my album was like. So it's a very meditative instrumental album, right? So it's got music that I've written and arranged, and then also some classical guitar repertoire. The cool thing about home concerts is you can hear the street going by right out front, and you'll probably hear my cat at some point too. But so this is a new song. This is one of my favorite pieces to play. This is written by a guitarist named Leo Brower. He's a Cuban guitarist, and this is actually a Cuban lullaby that he arranged. So it's called Berceuse, or I don't really know how to speak French. Even though it's from Cuba, where they speak Spanish, the title of the song is in French. I'm not sure. But this is it's one of my favorite melodies to play. But I got to tune a little bit, so. I'm seeing a couple comments from some friends. Hi, Melissa. I'm glad you're tuning in, and some other people. Yeah. So you can comment. I can see it, and I need to look at it so that I make sure that my computer hasn't crashed or something like that. So, okay, this is a lullaby from Cuba. my last song. This is a song I wrote. I'm calling it Play. I don't really know if that's the title. It's the working title. But this is a song that I wrote while I was hanging out with my family one Memorial Day, and my niece and nephew were playing outside in my parents' backyard, and I was just I was very moved by watching them play and have fun and the change of the seasons and enjoying my family and everything like that. So I wanted to write a song that captured my emotions during that time. And I hope that comes across. This is Play. And yeah, please stay tuned. Check out my website. You can go to Danny Rec, DANNYREC.com. Check out my music online. Stay tuned to the other artists and check out their music and support the Patreon and everything like that. So yeah, because artists right now are struggling. Everybody's struggling, but obviously, yeah, we don't have anyone to play for except for you online. So please, yeah, help us out. So thanks. Have a good night. This is Play. Thank you all. Thanks for stopping by, and stay tuned to the next artists. Thanks. Take care.
Shoulder to shoulder with my grief under pastel skies.
right. Thank you so much to Danny Rechtenwald. What a beautiful performance. I love those harmonics at the end there. That's great. Okay, we're going to move right along here. Drew Nugent is a jazz musician hailing from Philadelphia. His main instruments are piano, cornet, and trumpet, vocals, and a singular contraption known as the hot tea kettle, or the teapot trumpet by some fans. It is a normal dinner teapot played through the spout with a trumpet mouthpiece. Nugent's passion and music of choice is vintage jazz music from the 1920s and 30s. For the last decade, Drew's band, the Midnight Society, with whom I've played a few times, has made a name far and wide as some of the top preservationists of the hot jazz, vintage jazz idiom. All of their albums and projects can be found on Pandora, Spotify, SoundCloud, Rhapsody, CD Baby, Amazon, you name it. Check them out at drewnugent.com or facebook.com/nugentsband. You can also follow them on Instagram at Midnight Society Jazz. All right. Drew is a fabulous player, real high energy. You guys are in for a treat. Take it away, Drew.
And hello. Hello, everyone. My name is Drew Nugent. No relation. I want to thank Joe Arnold and everybody else over at the Home Sweet Home Online Music Festival. Thank you so much for having me, even though I would never be part of a club that would have me for a member. In the words of the great Groucho Marx. I'm going to play a few songs for you before they throw me off the air. It's just a little something. This tune, however, was written by the great Shelton Brooks around 1914 and has since become a standard in vaudeville and jazz and what have you. It's called Some of These Days, and oddly enough, it shares the melody and chord change with an identical tune in slower tempo called My Josephine. So you know what? Just for the sake of that, there's all the friggin' time in the world, I'm going to play both of them for you. Here it is. Oh, yes. That in there. Get ready. Some of these days you'll be so lonely. Some of these days you'll miss me only, miss my loving, and you'll miss my kissing. You'll miss me when I'm far away. You'll be so lonely just for me only. You just had to have your way. If you leave me, it's gonna grieve me. Yeah, you'll miss me, honey, some of these days. Oh, my Josephine, my loving queen, my Josephine. Oh, what a fool I've been. Hey, don't you know? Hey, don't you know? I love you so. I ain't lying. Please come back. Don't say no. Where we going? You'll be so. Oh, you know I'm so alone. I just wanna come home. Oh, well, you come home or I'll come home. Either way, we're quarantined. Don't stay away for another day. Actually, stay away for now. Social distancing. If you leave me, it's gonna grieve me. Yeah, you know it's gonna grieve me. Because you can't go out there without your gloves or your mask. That's why you can't leave me. You shouldn't leave me. Oh, my Josephine. Wow. Hey, what'd you do that for, honey? grieve me. You'll miss me, honey, honey, honey. Some of these days. Some of these days. Summer, summer, summer. I wish it was summer. Some of these days. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Feed down. Feed down. Yeah, feed off the sofa too, would you? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers. Cheers, everyone. Oh, my goodness. This is a wonderful tune that I'm about to play you. Speaking of summer, I wish it was summer. This is a great little tune. Who wrote this? Who the hell wrote this? I don't remember. I just looked it up the other hour. I forgot about this. I am a klutz. I forgot about this tune until I thought about it about an hour ago. It's called Give Me a Night in June with You, Just You. Well, I don't know if I like that key. Give me a night in June beneath the moon with you, just you. A place to dream, to love, and scheme of paradise for two. My only wish is to taste your sweet kisses. Give me a night in June beneath the moon with you, just you. I got scared of the heights. I tell you, my only wish is to taste your sweet kisses. Give me a night in June beneath the moon with you, just you. Give me a night in June with you, just you. That was Give Me a Night in June with You, Just You. And whoever writes in with whoever wrote that, I don't know, you get the satisfaction of knowing that you just learned something. I don't know. I'll figure out something nice to send you. Maybe a CD or something. You know. I don't know. Maybe some Drew Nugent memorabilia. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I want to thank again the one and only Home Sweet Home Online Music Festival for having little old me and my little old piano, 1934, in fact, little old, and my little old cornet, 1914, in fact, little old, and all these silly contrivances and contraptions and all that muck here on the feed for the festival. And right here in my announcements, the patreon.com, check out patreon.com, patreon.com, patreon.com/Home Sweet Home Music Festival, patreon.com/Home Sweet Home Music Festival. Look that up because it's bringing great awareness to the dire situation that all musicians and performers are facing right now, and we need your help. Don't I sound like PBS? Look at me being all official. And I get the notifications of these. I should silence my phone, but we'll see. How else will I hear it? Thank you so much for your donations, your drachmas in the pot, your fiduciary offerings, your tithes. The elusive spondulic. Oh, where's my W.C. Fields hat? The elusive spondulic. That's right, ladies. Get out of here. This is one of my favorite songs I'm about to play you. Well, they're all my favorite, I have to tell you. Written by Sammy Fain and Irvin Cahal. You brought a new kind of love to me. It's one of my favorites, like I just said. Sweetheart, sentimental flowers, never will I need one sweeter than you. Would you turn away, or could you really learn to care if I ever dare tell you I love you? If the nightingales could sing like you, they'd sing much sweeter than they do, 'cause you brought a new kind of love to me. And if the Sandman brought me dreams of you, I just want to sleep my whole life through, 'cause you brought a new kind of love to me. I know that I'm the slave, you're the queen, still you can understand that underneath it all you're just a maid, and I am only a man. If you can call it that. I would work and slave my whole day through just to hurry home to you. Oh, you brought a new kind of love to me. Put that on the end, would you, Pops? You should have done it sooner. I'm the slave, you're the queen. Still you can understand, I hope you can understand, that underneath it all, you're just a maid, and I am only a man. I would work and slave the whole day through, just to hurry home to you, for you brought a new kind kind of love. You brought a new kind of love and squeezing and petting, I tell you, honey. You brought a new kind of love to me. Zing. Made it sound like Peter Pan's sword. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. As for the folks over at Home Sweet Home Online Music Festival, I will be signing off now, but I will be remaining on here, Facebook Live friends, and my Quarantunes gang. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying on here for the rest of the hour until 10 o'clock. And enjoy. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting local live music. Thank you, Joe Arnold, and thank you to the rest of my friends over at Home Sweet Home Music Fest, Online Music Fest, that is. And also Patreon.com. Patreon. Patreon.com, helping to make awareness for all us musicians who are now bums. We already were bums before, but now we're official bums. You can even put that on our resumes. Thank you so much. See you again soon on the Home Sweet Home Festival.
All right. Excellent. Drew, that was so much fun. So I played with Drew on a number of occasions. It's always a really fun gig. He puts on a great show. So here we go. I have a couple of thank yous to make, and then I'll bring you our next performer. Or rather, Dan Dickinson will bring you our next performer. Dan is a friend of mine from college and a guitarist and a web developer for Bandcamp, and he is the one who is doing all the magic behind the scenes tonight. I did it last week, but he's doing it this week. And thank you, Dan, for helping us with all of our tech. It is a really big help. We couldn't do this festival without you, and I also want to send a thank you to Emma Back, my co-director for the Home Sweet Home Music Festival. Thank you so much for stepping up and for all your help and your lovely music. Again, I couldn't do this without you. And I also would like to thank all the other people that I couldn't do this without. These are our patrons on Patreon. So I'm going to give a little shout out to all of y'all. Aaron, Adam, Andrea, Barbara, Clayton, Daniel, Giuseppe, Heather, Hillary, Jason, Jordan, Julia, my sister, Mariana, Marion, my mom, Mike, Miranda, and Monique. We have a few more names on there than last time. That's really great. So thank you all so much. I think we're up to about $120 per show now, $120, which is great. If we can get it up to about 1,000, then each of the performers could go home with some real walking home money, and enough to pay for groceries for a week or two, or utilities or something like that. And it's money that we really need, not being able to perform live. So thank you all to our patrons. Again, you can become a patron at patreon.com/homesweethomemusicfestival. All right, our next performer, Senayit Tomlinson, has a unique vocal style along with accessible, infectious melodies and lyrical sophistication in her prolific songwriting. Deep, natural musicianship and the free and open dedication to that calling reveals itself effortlessly at live performances, whether solo or joined by her band. I believe Senayit will be solo tonight because of social distancing measures. Thank you so much, Senayit, for joining us. And here we go. Dan, take it away. We can do the magic behind the scenes, and we'll have some more great music coming your way in just a moment, folks.
Cooking up beans and rice, sweet, make it a paradise. Home, lucky to have a slice of home, sweet home.
So close to the sun that I could almost touch it. Didn't end up among the stars, but now who knows if I even want it.
So if you're on the Twitch TV, you can look down at the bottom of your screen and you'll see all the links to the Patreon site and the Facebook site. I have posted those as well in the events that I just have put all over, and also should be on your screen right now if you're watching this on Facebook. Hi, friends. You put your arms up, I pulled your pants down. You made me sweat, I made you bow. So in this heartland, if the parched ground finds you on your knees, call on your angel, call on me, call on your angel, call on your angel. You call on. With your rims held that head high, your straight back, this battle cry. So in this heartland, if the scorched earth finds you on your knees, call on your angel, call on me, call on your angel, call on your angel. Caught me by surprise, spread me wide, and now your blood burns. Our bodies collide, so on the shoreline, if the high tide finds you on your knees, call on your angel, call on me, call on your angel, call on your angel. Hey everyone, thank you for being here. I agree with what Emma Baptist had said earlier of, I guess it is kind of unnerving to play to an empty room knowing all of y'all are also watching, but it's beautiful. And I think that it's a really important part, or I've heard and found it to be a really important part of all of us spending a lot of time alone and away from each other. So it is really important to help and support the art and the artists who are kind of getting us all through this time, and recognize that without art, there isn't much. There can be a lot of things that we can do, but without the artists, artisans, all the folks, we have a pretty empty world. And I will walk to the river, I will walk. And I will walk to the river, I will walk. And I will walk to the river, I will walk to the river, and there I will float to the sea. And when I get to the ocean, I will pray. And when I get to the ocean, I will pray. And when I get to the ocean, when I get to the sea, I'll go down on my knees and I'll pray. And when I'm down on my knees, you will come. When I'm down on my knees, you will come. And when I'm down on my knees, you will come to me. When I'm down on my knees, you will come. I will walk to the river, I will walk. And I will walk to the river, I will walk. And I will walk to the river, I will walk to the river, and from there I will float to the sea. When I get to the river, I will play. When I get to the ocean, I will pray. When I get to the ocean, when I get to the sea, I will down on my knees and I will pray. will come. And when I'm down on my knees, you will come to me. Down on my knees, you will come. All right, y'all, I have one more for you. I want to thank all the folks at the Home Sweet Home Festival series for putting this on. This is an ongoing thing on Friday nights, so y'all tune in. There's a lot of amazing performers on this. It's a beautiful way to catch several folks from all over, and if you got it, please donate. And yeah, keep on keeping on. We'll get through it. Much love to you all. And so if you're on Twitch, look down at the bottom of your screen and there are all the links you need. I posted some on my page as well on this live stream. And if you go down on my timeline or if you're on my music page, you can also find those links in the Home Sweet Home Festival invite. So have a beautiful night, y'all. Here's a tune from Sade. And stay tuned for the rest of the performers too. And this will also be posted on Facebook later if you've missed any of it, and I assume on Twitch too. You think I'd leave your side, baby? You know me better than that. You think I'd leave you down when you're down on your knees? Oh no, I wouldn't do that. I'll tell you you're right when you want. If only you could see into me. Oh, when you're cold, I'll be there, hold you tight to me. When you're on the outside, baby, and you can't get in, I will show you you're so much better than you know. When you're lost, you're alone, and you can't get back again, I will find you, my darling, I will bring you home. If you want to cry, I'm here to dry your eyes, dry your eyes. In no time, you'll be fine. You think I'd leave your side, baby? You know me better than that. You think I'd leave you down when you're down on your knees? Oh no, I wouldn't do that. I'll tell you you're right when you want. If only you could see into me. when you're cold. I'll be there by your side, baby. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for more artists. See y'all around.
Ooh, got so hot from the heat that I could almost breathe it. Thought I'd catch with the sweetest spark, but now who knows if I even wanted it. Did I even want it? Well, maybe that's as high as I'm ever gonna get. Maybe it's time to get easy, get grounded. Maybe I was on the wrong plane the whole time, shoulder to shoulder with the birds in the low-lit sky. Got so close to your face that I could almost taste it. Memorized all your shapes and sounds, but now who knows if I even wanted it. Did I even want it? Ooh, got so high on the thrill that I could only feel it. Dark and drinking the saddest swill, but now who knows if I even wanted it. Did I even want it? Well, maybe that's as close as I'm ever gonna get. Maybe it's time to
All right, thank you so much, Senayit Tomlinson. Very good. Well, we have two more acts for you here this evening. I'm going to play a couple of songs, and then my good friend Anna Vogelzang is going to join us as well. So, here we go. I'm going to play a medley of French-Canadian fiddle tunes for you here. And then a couple other pieces, a composition of mine, and then a piece by Johann Sebastian Bach, just to really mix it up here. So what's unique about this little medley is that all these tunes are called crooked tunes. And what crooked tunes are songs that have like an extra beat in them somewhere. So you'll feel that the groove continues, but the melody will sound like it kind of continues along a little bit longer than it should, or might get cut short a little bit. So you can keep your ears open for that. Here we go. I don't know the names of these songs at all, but they are French-Canadian. I learned these off an album by April Verch, who is a fantastic fiddler. All right. Hey! All right. Ah, those are fun tunes to play, you know? So, I'm going to change things up a little bit style-wise here. I'm going to play a composition of mine in the gypsy jazz style. Gypsy jazz is a mix of American hot swing, much like what Drew was playing earlier, and French waltzes, which is what this is going to be, plus klezmer and gypsy music. So you'll hear a little bit of those influences in this one. I can't remember the name of this one. There you go. Maybe I'll remember it by the time I'm done playing it. I think it's called All Right in the End. There we go. All right in the end. Excellent. So now, I'm going to play one more song, and then we're going to bring up my good friend Anna Vogelzang, who's one of the best singer-songwriters I've ever heard. going to play one of my favorite pieces. This is the Gigue from Bach's Sixth Suite for cello. I love the cello suites, probably more than I like the violin suites. They're quite lyrical and exuberant and fun to play. So here we go. That music so much. It's exultatory. It's great. Okay. Well, if you want to find out more about my music, you can go to josepharnoldmusic.com or josepharnold.com for my Alexander technique teaching. And let's see. I think that's it. So, our last performer is Anna Vogelzang. Here, just want to get a little closer so I can read everything I need to. Before I introduce Anna, I want to thank all of our patrons. Aaron, Adam, Andrea, Barbara, Clayton, Daniel, Giuseppe, Heather, Hillary, Jason, Jordan, Julia, Katie, Mariana, Marion, Mike, Miranda, and Monique. Oh, man. Thank you all so much for your patronage. We working musicians really need your help right now, so we really appreciate it. You can become a patron at patreon.com/home sweet home music festival. Excuse me. Okay. So, now, Anna Vogelzang. Before I read the little bio here, Anna and I go way back. We went to school together back in Carnegie Mellon and played in a band together, and I played on a bunch of her albums, and we went on tour like 8 times together all around the country, and it was a load of fun, and I have a special place in my heart for Anna and her songs, and I think you guys are going to really love what she does. All right, so about Anna. A lifetime of transient living and rigorous touring have shaped Anna Vogelzang's music and developed her sound into a wide palette of imagistic, gritty landscapes, ranging from the, quote, warm, engaging folk pop of her 2014 EP Driftless to the, quote, wide, expansive sound of her subsequent LP Hiker, 2016. Her most recent album, Beacon, 2019, made during her time living in Los Angeles, explores the themes of home and family history. Atwood magazine hails Vogelzang's writing is beautifully visceral on Beacon. Her lyrics are so esoteric and yet so concrete. Co-produced by Tyler Chester, Sarah Bareilles, Andrew Bird, and mixed by Todd Sikafus, Aeneas Mitchell, Ani DeFranco. Beacon is Anna's 7th studio album. Anna, take it away.
Hey everybody. Hey, thanks for joining us at the Home Sweet Home Music Festival. Thanks for sticking around. I'm happy to be closing out this set tonight. My name's Anna Vogelzang. I didn't get to hear my intro from Joe, so I'm sure it was real nice. Thanks, Joe. It was muted, that's why I didn't hear it. But I'm in Chicago. I'm gonna play you guys some songs from my studio. Awake the bear, living there behind your chest, the one you can't outrun. 'Cause when you scream, that is the bear leveling your grief. Now you awake, it is a snake inside your underside, it's clenched. dance around you like a rope, a quick breath, the mathematics of resistance. Take a walk, count to 10. If I am just an animal like you. Hit with a brick, stuck staring at the ceiling. The wolves are in your house, the sky is white. There is a switch somewhere you cannot find, so you wait and you howl. Blood in your mouth, the softest spot inside your crown. You know that you must run, and so you drive. Well, the beast against the riverside, level down, even out. If I am just an animal like you, or maybe I've been blue, spinning a cuckoo in a drugstore light. Should wake me, shake me, love that coming from my beeswax. Left there for dead, sparrow's cape laid open across the tired shore. A small brigade, feel the wings within your ribcage amble up, stir the storm. Here I am, just an animal. Thank you guys. I'm gonna do 3 tunes. I'm gonna retune real quick. Thanks for being here at the Home Sweet Home Music Festival. I'm thrilled to be here. Joe, I don't know what Joseph said about me, but he's one of my longest time collaborators. He lives in Philadelphia, and I live in Chicago now. But for many years, Joe came on tour with me and played fiddle in my band. We made a record together, and our friend Dan, who is stage managing this whole production tonight and is behind the scenes, was also in our band. He didn't come on the tour, but Joe came on 1,000 million tours with me, and it was so fun. The good old days of our 20s, sleeping in people's couches and playing in bars that nobody gave a shit. Oh, wow. So a spring song concert, I think that's a winter song reference, so I thank you for that. And I just want you to know I'm here to support the festival, and I'm so happy that you are here. Thank you. I am live streaming more. I have 2 more shows this weekend, one tomorrow and one Sunday. And then I'm also doing a live stream every Sunday for my patrons on my Patreon page. So if you would like to, and I can't do Die Trying tonight, but I can do it at one of those shows. So I won't be doing it at these festival shows I'm doing this weekend because the set is so short. But if you want to come and do the members only webcast, I'm doing those every week during this insanity, every Sunday at 6 Central, which is a much earlier time for me, bedtime, before bedtime. But thanks for asking. I hope, give me a holler if you get to come to another online show, and I'll try to make it happen. This is a song that's newer than Die Trying. It's off a record called Beacon. That album came out in October. And this song is called Chariot. Wrapped up in the lion's mane, blinking at the brightest things, circling around the dragon's wing, safe beneath the water. Flickering as the fire sparks, digging up your perfect parts, soaring high above the dark, pulsing through the water, running, 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 running. Running, 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 running. Shining out across the longest night. Stars torch down, burnt lanterns, beaming bright. Tumbling through the ether's feast, charting undiscovered seas, buzzing like a honeybee, pulsing through the water, running, 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 running. 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 Thank you. I'm gonna do one more for y'all, and then I'm either Joe will thanks Joe. Either Joe will lead you out, or we'll just say goodnight. Either way, I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna play this guitar, which I haven't really tuned, so I'm gonna take a sec. So I write a song a week. And I post a lot of those demos for my Patreon family. Thank you. This is one of them. And this one hasn't been posted yet because I just recorded a full studio version of it for my friends at Folkadelphia, which is a WXPN radio show. They're doing a compilation that commissions artists to make songs, and so it's a great way to like get paid for the artist to get exposure, and then also all the money we make off the compilation will go to the next round of artists to do the next compilation. So it's a really sweet thing. And so I wrote this the first Friday night of when everything started. So there's a little bit of that in there. Hopefully you guys can hear that enough. But I hope you'll visit me on Patreon, which is just patreon.com/my name, Anna Vogelzang. And if you want to tip me tonight, the best way to do that is to visit the festival Patreon, because that becomes a sustainable donation for them, and they can keep hosting these shows, and it's across the bottom of the screen, so I hope you'll go check that out too. Okay, here's your apocalypse lullaby. What if I was made for you? What if this was made for me too? What if all the stars are fading in the sky? What if I cannot complete? What if it's too wide for me? What if all the lights are on outside? Could you call it heaven sent? Carve it in a monument. Did you finally catch a break that makes it right? If you laid it down a while, if you chose to have a child, if you want to climb into a brighter night. Ooh, I'll stand with you. And ooh, heaven forbid you really wanted it. And ooh, heaven forbid you started faltering. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What if it's the end of days? You wake up the sky ablaze. Could you feel the rushing of your blood? What if it is all a dream? Can you lay down the suffering? Can you leave the weight you fabled in the dust? Ooh, I'll stand with you. Ooh, I'll stand with you. Thank you guys so much. Thanks to Home Sweet Home for having me. And I will see you next time. And I hope to see you over on my page at patreon.com/Anna Vogelzang. Till then, thanks everyone.
Sweet, make it a paradise. Home, lucky to have a slice of home, sweet home. Home, cooking up beans and rice. Sweet, make it a paradise. Home, lucky to have a slice of home, sweet home.
All right. Thank you, Anna Vogelzang. It's always great to hear you play. And Anna and I have recently recorded a couple of music videos together. She came to my studio here in Philly, recorded a couple of her songs. Those will be coming out on my YouTube channels pretty soon, youtube.com/JARNOLD84, Jarnold84, otherwise known as the Violin with Joseph YouTube channel, where you can get videos on learning how to play the violin. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. It's been a real pleasure having all these beautiful artists play with us. Thank you, Danny and Senayit and Drew, Anna, Emma. Thank you to Dan Dickinson for running the sounds and lights here, all the production behind the scenes. Amazing work. Thank you so much for doing that, so I don't have to manage all that while doing the announcements. So that's really great. And thank you, Emma, my dear co-director of the Home Sweet Home Music Festival. And thank you one more time. I'm going to shout out our patrons, our Patreon supporters, people who keep this thing going, people whose contributions go to the very musicians who you have seen here tonight. Here we go. Aaron, Adam, Andrea, Barbara, Clayton, Daniel, Giuseppe, Heather, Hillary, Jason, Jordan, Julia, Katie, Mariana, Marion, Mike, Miranda, and Monique. Thank you all so much. Your patronage, your donations make a really big difference. And hopefully we can get up to about $1,000 a week or more, so we can really give these musicians some real support in this tough time for all of us live music and live performance people. Okay, well, we're going to be back here every week as long as the social distancing measures stand, which I hear might be a while. So if you want some excellent music and great performances here for a good cause, please do tune in again next week, 8 to 10 here on Twitch. And please do become a Patreon member, a patron of the Home Sweet Home Music Festival. Patreon.com/Home Sweet Home Music Festival. All right. Have a good night, everybody.